best home crowds in any sport. Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Chicago Bears. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Tackle made by Kenny Vaccaro. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 23-yard line.
To throw is Breeze. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 4 yards. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun now for Breeze. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Anthony Barr in
on the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
At the 11-yard line.
To throw, it's Breeze. This will be caught at about the 5. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Christian McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. the gun, Newton. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Eddie Goldman coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded just inside the 30. A solid 12-yard return after the 55-yard punt. And the Bears take over.
42-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, it's Breeze. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Heck of a play there by Olivier Vernon to get upfield and bring him down behind the line. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Newton. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
19 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That play doomed from the start thanks to the defensive effort of Grady Jarrett.
At the 25-yard line.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Here's Newton. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Complete to
13 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
But it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Newton. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And the Bucs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. Give them a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
3 brings up 2nd and goal at the Bears' 11-yard line.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think
and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Christian McCaffrey His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are just an extra point away from grabbing the lead now.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Keelan Cole now to return. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception, and he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
That's a 45-yard line.
Breeze going to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Breeze now. Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. It was Myles Garrett that time who got in there and brought him down.
It's 2nd down.
To try again after the sack. Newton. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Christian McCaffrey.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
3rd and long, it's Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now Breeze. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze. Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Bree's going to try and throw on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And Breeze is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. He'll get this to Mccaffrey out of the backfield. Good strength, but not able to get a whole lot. Tackled shy of the 10. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton. Going to Stills, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 18, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
I'm talking about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half to carry that with them. It's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mode.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that'll make this a 6-point game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Newton on first down. That's caught inside the 20. That one goes for 30 yards.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Touchdown,
Christian McCaffrey in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs are just an extra point away from grabbing the lead now. And this puts them on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
makes the score Buccaneers 14, Bears 13. Aldrich Rosas.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Cole now on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Ronnie Harrison.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They stay on the ground. Mccaffrey again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right.
CD, put on your OC cap here. What do? 2nd and 1, you get stuffed. Now 3rd and 1.
You know, in the old days, I would have said we're going to line up and we're going to run the same darn play and we're going to get it right. But nowadays, as tough as defense.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Now on comes the Bears offense as he'll be called in to go for 2. So after the INT, it's Breeze. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away. They stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The drive begins with a run by Mccaffrey. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
The score, Bears 26, Buccaneers 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, man, you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. The shotgun snap for Newton. Looking sideline, incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Rolling to his right, and this is going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The sack there by Trent Murphy. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into it.
And now look at this. Big game and a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And now Breeze lost the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Breeze. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Shotgun now for Breeze. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Trent Murphy able to record his 5th sack of the season. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
3rd down and 8.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 20.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Spinning away. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Ronnie Harrison on the tackle. A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Now a first down carry by Jones. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the
pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Jalen Smith, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Out of the gun, Newton. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 36. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They fake the give. Newton. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile.
That's good.
A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Not without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare